Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going for Canadian Grand Prix in Canada, and let's make it a 3 out of 3 victories. Hopefully, the Danny Ricciardo, as usual, may get pole position, but let's hope in the race we can get a victory. Usually in Canada, I'm pretty fast. I should be matching Ricciardo in qualifying. Let's see for qualifying one. And it's a long straight with a slight right hand bend and then left and right curve. This is an hairpin bend and then flat out section and then hard braking towards right left combination curve, then very close to wall and then left right combination. And this corner is very tricky. You have to apply the brake properly and then get the exit and exit very fast, otherwise you lose a lot of time, as I did lost a lot of time there. And then this another DRX section flat out and then heavy braking to right left corner and then another flat out section towards hairpin bend with heavy braking. This if you get accurately, then you get a lot of time, but if you do like this, I think you will lose a lot of time. Basically Q1 I don't nail most of the corners because Q1 is just getting through top 16, so this lap should be good enough for top 10 I think. And then this is the last left left kink and then towards the pitch straight, and that's the end of Q1. And as you can see, it's good enough for top 5. And let's move on for qualifying 2. It's a similar pace. I think should be pretty much similar to Q1, but let's hope I don't make any mistakes in those corners where you can get a lot of time out of it if I don't make any mistake and nail the corner apexes and exits. And hopefully the person in front, I think it's Vettel, can give me toe in the straight lines, as you can see. And this time I think I nailed that corner properly, so that it is good enough for maybe top 3, even top 2. Let's wait and see. And we are very close to hairpin. As you can see, I'm not able to catch Vettel even though he is in a slower car. Qualifying, I don't know, usually in qualifying the AI is pretty much fast compared to races, but yeah, that's how it is. Let's see if they can update race pace and qualifying pace similar in F1 2021. And that's the end of. I was very close to that wall. It's called Wall of Champions, so champions like Michael Schumacher, Damon Hill and Jack Villeneuve all binned in that wall after that kink. Let's move on to qualifying 3. It was good enough for top 10. So in qualifying 3, let's see. I had to do only one lap, so because I'm very fast in Canada, so I don't need any practice. So I already had a two lap practice, so in Q1 and Q2, so Q3 lap should be a perfect lap. Let's hope. As you can see, I nailed that corner perfectly and very close to that barrier also, so it should be good enough. Hopefully Ricciardo doesn't get a pole position. Hopefully we can get pole position in this Canadian Grand Prix. And this is long straight and then braking towards the hairpin bend, and I had the corner properly, lost a bit back end and had an understeer, but not understeer, sorry, oversteer, but it's okay. And the other section, hopefully he can give me toe. The one who is in front should be good enough for a 10th or 2 with this toe, I think. Yeah, so I just had to cut the corner, I think, because of picking, but it is very tricky there. I mean, it's a fast right left king, so you may break it and you may not break it. That's it. So that's the end of Q3. As you can see, I did not get pole. Let's see what was the gap to the pole and myself. It's 0.004 seconds. Oh my god, that's the closest you can get, I guess. So somehow Danny Ricciardo got that much amount of time compared to me, but it's okay, I think. Let's move on to the race.
Another incredible Canadian Grand Prix at a fiercely competitive circuit, where pole position can often be decided by less than a 1/10 of a second. It's one of the fastest races of the season here at the Circuit Gilles Villeneuve, with around 60% of this 2.7-mile circuit taken at full throttle. There are 14 corners to navigate, the very last of which has its very own infamous history. Could be the cause of a safety car today. Anthony Davidson is here once again for today's Grand Prix. Let's talk about Kumar. What do you make of their performance so far this season?
They've been avoiding mistakes and at solid pace, so it's been a good season so far, but whether they can keep that up long term remains to be seen.
It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. Daniel Ricciardo starts from pole position today, and Kumar completes the front row. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Hamilton, Bottas, Pierre Gasly and Verstappen, Norris, Perez, Ocon and Sebastian Vettel, Kvyat, Stroll, Charles Leclerc and Sainz, Albon, Grosjean, Nicholas Latifi and Nick de Vries, Russell, Giovinazzi, Schumacher and Kevin Magnussen fills the last spot on the grid. Which of these talented drivers will come out on top today?
Now that we've got some points on the board, let's continue this form and aim for another top 10 finish.
As usual, some setup changes and reduction of fuel because I have almost all the engine upgrades, so I should be more efficient. So I will reduce a bit, and then gameplay settings 1 or 2 ultimate. There is no change, and I'm just looking at the strategy, but it's fine. I think it's Canadian Grand Prix, so you can easily overtake. It's unlike Monaco. And let's move on. So 5 lights illuminates, and then it goes, and I got a very good start. As you can see, Ricciardo is in medium tires, so he will not have much grip, so it's easy overtake and to the first corner. And then that's the end of Ricciardo's. Okay, I lost the back end there, but yeah, so that's the end of Ricciardo's pole positions. Always I don't think he has maintained his pole position in any of the races where I am in the top 3, so I think it's very difficult for him. He starts in medium, so medium tires are usually not grippy at the start, but he's there. I mean, he's always there, so I have to pull away from him. Otherwise, after his first pit stop, it will be other way around. He will be in softer tires and I'll be in medium tires, so he will have a faster car than me. So I have to pull away from him. Let's see how much gap I can pull before my first pit stop. And let's hope I don't get in contact with any of the walls, because it's not a street circuit, but the walls are pretty much closer, and especially this wall of champions, as I told, it's very tricky. You have to go towards the wall to get the maximum time, but you can also take it to the extreme and bin it, and you lose a front wing, and thereby you'll ruin your race. Hopefully I'll not do that. Let's hope for it. Yeah, so as you can see, I already gained a lot of time, 1.4 seconds. So that's how it is. I am in faster tire, so I should be able to pull away from Danny Ricciardo as well as others. And I got the pole position there. So let's hope we can keep up this momentum, and then after pit stops, I should be able to come ahead comfortably ahead of Ricciardo, and hopefully I can maintain and win this race and make it 3 wins for us. Or let's see, Ricciardo can get a redemption, and for the last 2 races where he did not finish in one race, and where he's supposed to win, especially in Baku, but due to some mechanical failure, he did not have a chance, but he was supposed to be the winner. But let's see. If you have not watched Baku, please go and watch. It's a nice race, especially it's a street circuit, so a lot of overtakes. Anyway, let's move on to lap 3. So I got the fastest lap. I think sector 1, sector 2 purple and sector 3 green. Usually it should be another way around, because I usually am faster in sector 3 compared to other 2 sectors. But let's see if I can make this faster sector 3. So 2.3 seconds is pretty good gap, I would say, compared to any other tracks where I will not able to pull away. So moving on to lap 5, as you can see, I got around 3.3 seconds ahead of Ricardo, which is good enough for the pit stop and coming back similar amount of time. So it's comfortable race. There is no need to worry. I think I'm not making any mistakes, even though I'm going sector 1 red. There is no mistakes in any of the corners, so that's not even making any mistakes, so which is good enough for me. So 3.3 seconds, 3.4 seconds, I'm maintaining that. I'm asking for Jeff to give me the race update, so I'll know what is happening behind me. Otherwise it will be a dull race because I'm leading. So it's usually, if you are leading, it will be a dull race for you, but you want to know what is happening behind me, and let's see what strategies others are doing and all these things. But anyway, let's see. And oh my god, I lost the back end, and that I lost my front wing. Then it will be a tricky for me. I'll lose a lot of time, so I had to stop 1 lap before my actual pit stop window opens. So I have to push this lap. I think maybe I lost around 30% of my aerodynamical efficiency, so I will lose around maybe another touch to that ball. Yeah, I'm losing a lot of front downforce, because of which I'm not able to keep it on track. So as I told you before, it's difficult to keep out of that wall of champions. But I had that oversteer after this left left kink. So I had to do something. So I had to correct that mistake, and then had to touch the wall. There was no other thing. Otherwise I would have lost the car itself. But 3 seconds should be good to pit and come. I think it will take around 7 seconds for me to get the stop completed with tires as well as front wing. So let's hope it doesn't hinder my chance for victory. Yeah, so I'm about to come to pit stop, and let's see if it is around 6 seconds or 7 seconds, and then after coming back, I think I need to do some overtakes. Otherwise it will be difficult. But overtaking is easier in this track compared to other tracks. If you take an example in Baku you can only overtake in the pit straight. In any of the other straights it's very difficult, but here you can overtake in 2 to 3 places. There is an hairpin bend where you can overtake. There is first pit straight where you can overtake, and there is long straight where you can overtake. So let's see where I will overtake this Grosjean, and in front of Grosjean I think it is Sainz and others. A lot of cars I have to overtake, so I will gain a lot of time because they are always slower cars, and even though they are in soft, they are in the older rubber. So DRS open. Let's hope I can catch. I don't think I can catch in this corner. I have to wait for the hairpin bend, so it should be pretty easy overtake for him. And so let's see, let's hope. Yeah, I think I had to squeeze Sainz and Albon there because they usually brake earlier than me. So I got 2 positions there without any damage. That's good enough. So let's see if I can overtake Albon. He also has DRS, and I think he will also have overtake mode. That's the reason I'm not able to close. But braking point wise, I should be able to easily overtake. That's a great overtake. Let's have a look at how did I overtake the replay. So as you can see, he was very defending very nicely, but I had to go outside and then cut in so that you will not have a chance to come back again. So that's how I overtook. It's nice overtake. And let's move on. I think Leclerc, it's hard to see a Ferrari struggling for top 10 finish, but that's how it is. I mean, Ferrari in 2020 is not so good, but let's hope in 2021 they vanquish some podiums as well as some wins, hopefully. But moving on, I'm very close to Leclerc. I think I can overtake Leclerc in this straight with DRS open. Even though he has open DRS, the Ferrari is not fast in straight line. So as you can see, I overtook Leclerc. I gave him space, so should be good enough overtake. And then top 6. So Kvyat and others, Stroll, maybe they will stop so that I don't have to overtake these 2 guys. Let's see if I can. You have to overtake Kvyat here. And yeah, overtake on DRS. and maybe towards the inside. Yes, towards the inside, even though they have the straight line speed, but they don't have the grip. So yeah, that's how it is. So overtake over, done, all done. So Ricardo, he has not stopped it because he is also in medium, so I think he has to stop in around 2 or 3 laps. So I had to pull a gap in front, around 16 seconds. So which should be okay. It takes around 18 seconds for the pit stop to complete. So I'm potential first position still, but I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about after this Ricardo's pit stop, he will be coming back in soft tires and will be attacking me. So moving on to lap 14. As you can see, he has pitted and come back. Ricardo is reeling me down. So it was around 2 seconds when he came out of the pit stop, and now it's 1.3. Let's hope I should be able to pull away. It doesn't matter, but as you can see, I have broken front wing, so it will be hard for me, because of which I'm not sure whether I can defend Ricardo. Especially in straights, it doesn't matter the front wing, because it's usually used for the corners, for the downforce, so that cornering speed. But in straights, I should be having a pretty much same amount of speed. As you can see, Jeff is giving me an alternative because of front wing, but I should not choose because now if I stop, I'll come back behind both us, which is not good for my championship. So I will just move on. Even though if Ricardo overtakes me, I should be able to come in top 2 with this broken front wing. So let's hope. Ricardo is almost close. See, as you can see, he's reeling me down. So it's around 5 seconds, 0.5 seconds. I think he will overtake maybe in this straight at least, or in the corners, but let's see how it goes. So what happens is, if I don't have a front downforce or front wing, I will not know the braking point as previously, so I have to brake early into the corners and also expect a lesser corner speed. If I push, maybe I'll get a lot of understeer, and I'll lose a lot of time. So that's a disadvantage of losing a front wing, because you lose a lot of downforce, and that's how the game reacts. So I think another touch to that wall, and front wing became orange, so the damage is even worse. So I should be losing a lot of time. So I cannot make any mistakes here. Every corner I should take it cautiously. Let's hope I don't make any mistakes and give Ricardo the chance to overtake. I think he's pretty close there. I'm not able to. I gave him space. I think, oh my god, he came in the outside and lost his front wing. That is stupidity of Ricardo. I think I don't know why he wants to overtake in that corner. It is not possible, and that too in outside. So yeah, sometimes they act stupidly. I don't know why. Maybe I gave that gap to him, but hopefully he will not stop, because he's dumb. So if they have some slight damage, even though there are only 2 laps to go, they will stop. I think that's Ricardo's game over. So I think he will stop, even though, as you can see, he's faster than me, even though without whatever the wing, because it doesn't work that way. They will be a bit faster than us, even though without the wing. And as you can see, he has gone to pit stop, and that's the end of Ricardo's race. Maybe I don't know why he wanted to overtake there and lost the front wing. I think I had that corner, but still he had to squeeze me, and maybe I squeezed him. Let's see in the highlights or somewhere where we get an opportunity to see what happened to Ricardo and myself there. But moving on to lap 17. I think it should be a pretty much easy win for me, because there is not much going to happen, because Hamilton cannot gain 9 seconds even with my front wing broken to 50%. Orange means it's around 15%, 50%, but still I should be having enough pace to maintain Hamilton gap to Hamilton. Maybe I'll lose around half a second to 1 second per lap, but not more than that. So we have only 2 laps to go, so it will be an easy win for me. Maybe it's bad for our team, because as you can see, I cannot see Ricardo in top 5. Even though he comes back with a soft tire, maybe he can overtake Ocon. I think it should be around 24-25 seconds behind me with that pit stop, Ricardo. So you should be able to overtake Ocon. I think he will be faster, but not others. So Hamilton somehow got second place, easy second place for him. Maybe I should have left Ricardo, but it's always like you want to win. Doesn't matter if it is your team or you're in Ferrari or something. You always want to win, so that's what I did. I defended my position, but he was shouldn't have come towards outside because there is no way he can overtake me there. So he should have backed out, but he didn't, and that's the cost of a misjudged overtaking move from Ricardo. So he's known for overtakes. I would say he's the best overtaker, one of the best overtakers. But in this case, I think he overdid it. But anyway, coming to the last lap, last straight, penultimate straight before right left kink, and that's it. A nice victory. So as you can see, I lost a lot of downforce, so I was not able to keep that corner there, but anyway, it doesn't matter. So I won the Grand Prix, Canadian Grand Prix, and maybe driver of the day. I don't think you will get driver of the day, because usually if you start in top 2 you will not get. Yes, so as you can see, Esteban Ocon has got it. Maybe he had some overtakes, or maybe gained some places in pit stops. So that's how the game predicts. If you overtake more than 4 or 5 cars, then you will get the driver of the day, irrespective of whether you win or not. So that's it, guys. So thanks for watching. Please do subscribe and share, and also press notification bell icon for more videos. Thank you very much. See you.
You're never going to get anywhere. When you hit that sweet spot of having both an excellent driver and an incredible car, that's when you see results like those we witnessed today.
A show-stopping performance from the 3 drivers approaching the podium right now. It's been an interesting Grand Prix, that's for sure. And after this round of the World Championship, here's how things look in the drivers' table. Kumar increases their championship lead. Let's focus on the driver of the day. Anthony Davidson, who do you pick?
Let's give it to Esteban Ocon. That was a commanding performance today. Very impressive indeed.
Let's move on to the constructors. The current leaders continue to extend their lead at the top. Meanwhile, Renault move up the table with another strong performance this weekend. And with that, we wrap up another weekend of motorsport. But with more races lined up, be sure to join us when we come back with more Formula One.
The fans really seem to enjoy that. You made it look easy. So talk us through what happened between you and your rival today. It wasn't the cleanest race today, was it? Great. Well, that's everything.